Hey, Shalom. First off, we want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, double honors to our apostles and elders, and Shalom to all the Akim out there preaching His word in truth sincerity. So we just wanted to do a video on this article you see right here on RT, and I'm going to read into it a little bit, and then we're going to get some precepts on it. So you want me to read the whole thing or just a little bit?
You can start with the top. 'Cause this is basically an article taking a couple quotes from the speech that this devil Trump gave yesterday. And basically linking up to prophecy. This is a year of prophecy, and we're in the time in the season of prophecy being fulfilled and being proclaimed at the same time by the prophets. Okay, and yeah, so we're just gonna this brother gonna bring read a little bit into the article, and we're just gonna hit the precepts on it. Back it up, cause this is all playing into prophecy, man, into the destruction of America. All right, Esau's rulership, World War III. Okay, you got it, like.
Yeah, it says Trump, U.S. must modernize and rebuild its nuclear arsenal to deter any aggression. And it starts out saying the U.S. must make its nukes so strong and powerful so as to deter any aggression that might come from state and non-state actors, President Donald Trump said, noting that the world is sadly not ready to ditch nuclear weapons.
Yeah, so this devil Trump is saying that Babylon must what does it say? Strengthen their nuclear arsenal. What does it say in the beginning?
Yeah, it says that the world. Oh, it says yes. It says the U.S. must make its nukes so strong and powerful so as to deter any aggression.
So Trump is pushing out the spirit of Babylon, America, basically strengthening their nukes, all right, and their military might to what in a sense to basically for defense against these nations, you know. And what's the America pressing? All right, he putting sanctions on North Korea, all right, sanctions on Iran, bombing these other countries because he claimed they got terrorists. They're building up their nuclear capability. But here it is, this double Trump, the hypocrite that he is, all right, that Babylon is, that Esau is basically saying that they got to do the same thing as for their country, America. We got to build up our nuclear capability. And what did he say? Sadly, the world. That the other next quote.
Yeah, sadly. It says the world is sadly not ready to ditch nuclear weapons.
Yeah, so and that's linking up to prophecy, because you people are looking for peace, but we're not in a time of peace. Through war, peace is going to be established, man. That's how every kingdom was established and set in place, through war. One nation rose up against another nation, all right, in war, and whatever nation that the Most High was with, prospered, and they began. They took down the nation that was already in place, okay, and they established their kingdom, all right. It's the same story in state in every empire that was set up. Okay, the Most High choose he well, I can bring that precept out. I don't want to butcher it up. Okay, he sets up the kings. Okay, let me you can speak while I pull it up.
I get it. I got a precept.
Yeah, bring it out then.
This Joel 3:10.
Well, I don't want to touch that yet. I was going to have that in the last precept.
All right.
Let me bring out this one. Dang. Yeah, Satan, I can't find it right now. Basically, the Most High reigneth in the hearts of men. So the Lord controls what king he wants to set up, what nation he wants to put in rulership. All right, just like it tells you in Daniel how the Lord set up off the basis of all men. All right, and he set up Esau to rule this last world. Okay, and for it to go out through via thermonuclear destruction.
Oh, I can get the one in Daniel.
Yeah, you can pull that one up.
This Daniel 4:17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the bases of men.
See, the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men. So he sets up a ruler, a nation, and power. Okay, and now he have set up the basis of all men. Esau, the lowest, the vilest creature on earth, to rule at these last days, as it tells you in Second Ezra 6 and 9. You know, Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. All right, the kingdom has just been getting translated. All right, it tells you about that in the Apocrypha, because of riches gotten by deceit. Okay, it goes into that. Now we're in the period of the kingdom being translated from the wicked to the righteous, to Yahweh Shai, and the elect being joint rulers, ultimately bringing back the 2/3. Okay, being the kingdom of Israel. You know, and that's the period that we're in. That's the transition season that we're entering into. Okay, so yeah, I want to focus on where he said this devil Trump have said, sadly the world is not ready to
Basically get rid of their nuclear arsenal.
Yeah,
it said the world is sadly not ready to ditch nuclear weapons.
That's right, and that's the time that we're in, because we're not in the time of peace. And you can bring out Isaiah the second chapter, okay, because that's scriptural. When Israel, that's to let you know that them rats are not the real Israelites. That's in our land polluting it, okay? Because there's still war going there. That the land is not prospering, okay? It's not yielding like it once did. They have to have a crop and certain things important to the land, because it's withering away under the Amalekite devils that's inhabiting the land. They're defiling it, like Esau is defiling this land, America. Both of these lands are going to get nuked. Israel and Babylon, America. The only difference is America is going to be utterly nuked off the face of the earth. It's never going to be inhabited ever again. Yep. Okay.
And scriptures tell us that it's a time and a season for everything, and we're in the time of war, basically.
Yeah, Ecclesiastes the 3rd chapter tells you that.
So it's like that's why you see Trump saying what he's saying, and you see these other nations basically in the same spirit, as far as they're not trying to get rid of their nuclear arsenal, because they already know they're gonna have to use it. They know it's a matter of time. It's not even if they're going to have to use it. They know they will. They just like waiting for that time that Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai put the spirit on them to use it, really. Yeah. Because they already got the nuclear missiles, all these other nations. They're just waiting for Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai to give them that order to shoot them.
Yeah. And the Lord is still putting the chess piece together, having Esau get further exposed, and having these countries further get allied with each other and away from America, you know. So yeah, you can bring this up over Kashaw, and that lets you know that this prophecy right here has not come to pass yet, but it's set to come to pass after what? After this coming Third World War, you know. Mm-hmm. So yeah, you can start from the top.
Yeah, it's Isaiah 2:1, the word that Isaiah the son of Amos saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem, and it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall.
Yeah, we're in the last days. Okay, go ahead, Ike.
That the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above all the hills, and all nations shall flow into it.
Yeah, and we're preparing that right now with this word, with this truth, by proclaiming these the prophecies, by proclaiming Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, okay, by proclaiming this knowledge, our heritage, okay, and what's said to come to pass. All right, 2/3 being put to death, Esau and these other heathen nations being taken out of rulership, Babylon being destroyed, and the kingdom of Israel being established forever. You know, yeah. Continue on, and it says, we'll quote verse 2 again, please.
And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills.
Yeah, and that's talking about the nation of Israel. Okay, you know, the Lord is going to exalt us as a nation. Okay, he's going to he's going to set us back in rulership. Okay, you know, that's the time that we're coming into, and that's what we're ushering in now by bringing by laboring this word. All right, you know, we're ushering in the kingdom of Yahweh Shai, in which us being joint rulers is going to naturally become the kingdom of Israel. Okay, in which all these nations are going to flow into unto Israel. All right, because we're going to be a nation of kings and priests. These nations are going to bring all their resources to us. They're going to be instructed on righteousness through us, and they're going to be judged. Okay, because they're going to be they're going to still be in the same bodies in which they're going to continually go off in which we're going to always have a foot up their ass, man. You know, only Esau for 1,000 years, and then he's going to be exterminated. But the rest of these nations, they're going to always need a foot up their ass, you know, and to be instructed on how to better please the Lord, you know, worship our power, uphold our high holy days, you know. Go ahead, I.
And many people shall go and say, Come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us his ways.
Yeah, and they're not doing that today, and that lets you know that we're not in that time yet, man. You know. Go ahead, I.
And we will walk in his paths, for out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem.
Mm-hmm.
And he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people.
Yeah.
And they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war any more.
You see? And what did Trump just say? He said, sadly, the world is not ready to get rid of their nuclear arsenal, which lets you know that we're not in the time of Isaiah the 2nd chapter just yet.
Yeah.
Okay? Now we can go to Joel the 3rd chapter. This is the time that we're in. We're in Joel the 3rd chapter, okay? Because what did Trump just say? He said we have to invest more in our nuclear arsenal, in our military might, basically, you know, to embody more strength and to deter the aggression that they feel like is being pressed towards them. Okay, so these countries are in Joel the 3rd chapter. They're not into building into their agriculture. Okay, they're into putting more money into their nuclear arsenal, their military might. They're preparing for war.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because through this war, all right, the Lord is going to judge the nations, and what? He's going to further make them destroy themselves and use all their nuclear arsenal against each other, chiefly majority of it to destroy America. And what? Therefore, they're not going to have any more nuclear arsenal, okay? You know, and what? They're not going to have any defense from what? From Yahweh Shai, the angels, the elect coming in those spiritual bodies with spiritual power. You know, it's gonna be. We're just gonna slide in there, all right. Get the elites from wherever they're hiding, okay. After this nuclear war, and we're gonna enslave them.
I got a precept.
Go ahead, Ak.
This Isaiah 54:16, and it says, Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth the instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy. So Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, he put the spirit on Esau to create these nuclear missiles, man. Because he created it for these devils to destroy each other. Because it's mainly Esau destroying Esau along with these other heathen nations. Because Russia's going to come against Babylon. All right, that's Esau against Esau. All right. And these other nations, they're coming against Esau as well. But it says that he put the spirit on them to create them missiles, man. The waster to destroy, man. These nuclear missiles. All right, because that's the only thing that they're going to do is cause destruction. They're not going to bring good things. All right. Well, the only good that's going to come out of it is that it's gonna while it's destroying the Babylon and everything and parts of the other parts of the earth. It's gonna also be purifying the earth, man, because it's fire, you know. But the Lord put the Spirit on them to create this for the day of judgment, man. All right, because that's going to be it's going to be a spoken about a major thing that's spoken about. All right, just like us coming out of Egypt was the biggest thing to be story to be told. All right, this is going to be the next big story, man. Us getting delivered out of Babylon, because that destruction is going to be so great.
Yeah, it's going to be a new high holy day in the kingdom from this great destruction / deliverance for the elect. Okay. This is you had more on that?
No, that's it, man.
Yeah, this is Joel chapter 3 verse 9, because we're not in the time of nations not learning war anymore. We're in the time of nations finding everything there is to know about war, all right, and preparing themselves, okay, you know, because for this coming destruction,
Mm-hmm.
all right. This is Joel 3 and 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, all right, the heathen nations. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty man. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. And
Yeah.
go ahead. No, you got
Oh
it.
yeah, it says prepare war and wake up the mighty man and let all the men of war draw near. That's what you see going on. Everybody getting prepared. All right, they getting they coming near to the main place that's taking the main area where it's going to take place as far as World War III. All right, Yahweh Shabbat, that place is judgment, man. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is judgment, man.
In the Middle East.
In the
That's why all the
yeah.
tension is building up.
Yeah.
All those countries are getting circling around different borders, all right, near Russia, near China, near the Korean Peninsula, all right, Turkey, Saudi Arabia.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all these countries, it's the Lord has that spirit right there, because that's where this war is going to pop off at. That's where it's going to go down.
Yep, and that's where Babylon's been in the Middle East like for how long now? Because that's going to be a place of judgment, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's why America's been out in the Middle East for over a decade, man. Non-stop.
Yep.
Just for that day of judgment.
That's the spirit. I was looking at this article the other day. It's on Press TV, and it's titled this. It says American military bases in Middle East. Why does U.S. have them? You know,
Mm-hmm.
and it just says the United States have military bases in around 150 countries, some of which are not officially classed as American bases, and some are not formally acknowledged by the U.S. You know, the number of the bases in total exceeds 1,000 worldwide. Many of them are located in the Middle East. You see that? That's another article right there, just bringing out what Esau is doing and really prophecy. Okay, these nations, going back to Joel the 3rd chapter, being preparing for war. All right, the Lord is summoning these nations to that area. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So let me hop back into Joel 3 and 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears.
Yeah, that's what you see going on. All right, they're not investing into the economy, the agriculture. They're not worried about trying to make America better, man. They're trying to get America ready for war.
Yep.
That's why you're worried about the nuclear arsenal, all right, and getting and you're worried about the military and stuff, making the military better, investing more into the military. All the other countries, they're doing the same thing because they know everybody knows that time of war is on the way, man. And then at the same time, we already are in World War III because it's just at a small level, so to speak. As far as it's not no troops on the ground.
Yeah.
They're doing sanctions. They're doing cyber attacks. They're doing things like to that nature right now. But when it gets to far as the foot soldiers getting sent around and everything, that's when it's really like right there.
Yeah, nukes get shoved.
Yeah, exactly.
That's when there's no turning back. You know.
Everybody's just getting ready for that. That's why in these other countries, what do? They practice nuclear missile drills.
Yeah, missile
Right.
tests.
Yeah, because these other nations or other countries, they know that a nuclear war is going to happen, so they have those drills just like out here in California. They got drills for earthquakes and stuff like that because they know it's going to happen, in the South they got tornado drills, this and that, because that's stuff they know that's going to happen. But they never do nuclear drills in Babylon because they don't want the people to be in a scared mind frame. Because that makes people scared when they think that, just like out in Hawaii, when they thought nuclear missiles were on the way, they was bugging out. So if they had drills like that to have people just keep people in that mind frame that is going to happen, like eventually, people will be scared, man, bugging out left and right.
Well, people they already got you Babylonians mind frame on war. They've been incrementally putting in your face throughout these years. Russia, North Korea, China. It's always been on the news. The threat of a nuclear war or a nuclear combat. Okay, what Esau always does and do is just lie to you simple people, and tell you, oh, it's going to be okay. You know, our military, we got this under control. We have missile defense systems.
Yeah, Trump.
We have the strongest military. We have the best nuclear arsenals. You know, just sell it, laying it on thick.
Yeah. Trump, he'll make you feel like your military is going to defend you. He say that you got the best military in the whole wide world. He's just telling you nothing but straight lies.
Yep.
What best military lets trannies in there and females in their army? All right.
Yep. And the elder brother Yakar, he sent out an article that came out today. I believe it said Hawaii's missile, Hawaii's missile defense, it has failed. Missile defense test fails in Hawaii. U.S. missile defense test fails in Hawaii. You know, that's brother sent out the article today from RT. So hey, let's just go to show you idiots in Hawaii, when the real nukes be shut off, you're screwed. Okay, all that missile defense is not going to help you. It tells you that in Joel the 2nd chapter. All right, the Lord is going to have all those missiles penetrate every piece of this wicked ass land of America, man.
Yeah, you know, I'm sure gonna break their ring.
Yeah. That's right.
And you people are so dumb. You gonna actually listen to the government when they tell you to hide under your car or hide in your house. That ain't gonna save you for no missile, man. You still gonna be just blown away. There is no way to get delivered from these missiles. You're not the elites. You don't have no deep underground bunker or high little little spot to hide out from. Nah, man, you regular 9 to 5 Babylonians, you're stuck here. You're gonna get hit by the missiles. And the elites that do go and hide, we're going to come and get them from where they're hiding at.
Yeah.
So everybody's still going to get it at the end of the day. It's going to be the masses of the people that get hit by that nuclear fire, though. And it's going to be a scarce few that actually survive from that.
Okay. Yeah, it says, verse 10, it says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong.
Yeah, and that's what you see as well. The weak are becoming strong, all right? The nations that used to not buck up against Babylon, when Babylon had the missiles before everybody, that's when they had their power. But now that the other nations are on the same playing field, so to speak, now they're strong because they got nuclear missiles just like you. So what's to be scared about? Like if a dude had a gun and you had a knife, you would back down. But then if you got a gun like he got a gun, now y'all equal playing field now. So if he try to scare you off, you like, I got the same shit as you. So you ready to do it, we can do it.
Yep.
So that's how these nations feeling right now. You got missiles, I got missiles. You try to threaten me, I can threaten you with the same type of threat.
Yep.
So it's not even a threat at that point. It's just mutually assured destruction, like the term that Esau likes to say.
Yep. You got homies, I got homies. You know, because Russia, China, Iran, all these different countries, they're backing these other what you say perceived to be weaker nations. You know, from who? From Babylon, ultimately America, because they're a bully nation, and these nations are seeing that. You know, nations like Russia. That's why I believe it refers to that in Ezekiel. You know, Russia is being a guard unto some of these, a lot of these nations. You know, they're backing them up. Okay, and Esau seeing that, and he's bugging out.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 11: Assemble yourselves and come, and all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord.
And that's what you see going on. Like we've been speaking about all these other nations, they're coming together, all right, and they're gathering where in the Middle East.
Yep.
And they have alliances, all right. It's mainly if you're paying attention, seeing what's going on. All these other nations are basically slowly coming together, and everybody equally hates Babylon, all right. That's the common enemy, basically, is America. And all these other nations, they see that, and they're slowly coming together. North and South Korea, they're actually cool. They're trying to come together as one. When has that happened? Ever since they've been separated, man. So we're in a time of judgment. All right.
Yeah, we're in a time of war, And it says, further cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord, O Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. The mighty ones are talking about the angels, because the angels are there holding back the four winds of this destruction, as well as the elect is being sealed, And we just had a super blue red blood moon, So that's another sign of the time, and they said that hasn't happened since, I believe, 150 years ago. So that's major, okay? So you can expect something, amen, some wild prophecies to further manifest. Shit, as fast as tomorrow, this week, this weekend. All right, things are gonna move hella fast, man. You think things have been moving and escalating quick enough? No, it's gonna triple effect, quadruple effect. All right. Let me continue on verse 12. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Yahweh Shaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about.
Yep, Yahweh Shaphat, Yahweh's judgment, man. All right. And that's where you see, like we've been saying, in the Middle East. That's where you've been seeing everybody gathering. Because that's where it's going to take place mainly, all right? Where World War III is going to mainly take place, and then everybody's going to shoot their missiles over here in Babylon, man.
That's where the Lord is going to judge these heathen nations, man.
Yep.
All right. It says, put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come get you down, for the press is full. The fats overflow, for their wickedness is great. That's right, man. It's the season. Yeah. All right. Multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision.
Yep, and that's the valley of decision is where? In the Middle East, man. That's like the bro read from the other article saying that most of the military bases that the U.S. has is in the Middle East. All right, majority of them.
Yep.
All right, and it's for a reason. How long has America been over there in the Middle East? Because that's the valley of judgment, man. That's the place of judgment. That's where Yahweh Shaphat, man.
Yeah, the valley of the Lord's decision.
Yeah, the valley of the Lord's decision.
Yep. And it says for that the day of the Lord is near, and that's what we're telling. That's what we're bringing out.
Yep.
That's what we're saying. Really, that's what the Lord is saying. That's what the Spirit is saying. All right. The day of the Lord's return, Yahweh Shai's return, and this destruction is near. Seeing the quotes that this devil Trump just made. Seeing this super rare blue blood moon that just occurred.
Yeah.
The Pesach is coming up. We're entering the second month of this so-called new year. All right, this is the year of prophecy, man. And this thing is happening. All right. And it's beautiful, we're ecstatic. These people over here bugging out. These Americans are getting more drugged out, more depressed. Their lives are coming more into shambles while these prophecies are steady coming to pass.
Yeah, because you people, you don't have nothing good to look forward to. It's not a good thing for you that Babylon's ending. For us, it is. So that's why we're rejoicing. That's why we're excited about it. A lot of people, like the brothers saying, depressed and all, but we know what's going to be the end of the place, and we know that we looking forward to the end of this thing, man, because better is the end than the beginning.
Yeah. And these things must come to pass in order for what? Isaiah the 2nd chapter to come to pass. Where peace can be established. Where these nations could be under our foot with no defense whatsoever. All right? For Israel to reign forever, man. For Yahweh Shai to establish his kingdom. All right? So we're looking forward to this destruction, and we have hopes and expectations if we maintain this faith and this work to the end to be delivered from it. So we don't have shit to fear about this coming destruction, man. The Lord got his servants, and we trust and wholeheartedly in that. All right, that's what we bank on, man. So yeah, unless you want to add anything, we can go ahead and close out. Once again, giving all praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, double honor to our apostle and elders, a great millstone. And shalom to you brothers that's preaching this word and sincerity and faith. Definitely Death to you, Tracy. Death to all you fallouts. All right. Bob. Death to America. All right. Death to Esau. Death to all you heathen nations, man. And death to the nigga woman. All right.
Death to the nigga woman.
Shalom.
Shalom.